Hello everyone, welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Now channel. Eric's medical emergency rocks the Forresters. Bill shouts, "Call 911." The week of February 16th to 20th on The Bold and the Beautiful is bringing confrontation, heartbreak, and a terrifying medical emergency that could change everything for Eric Forrester. What starts as a heated design dispute at the Forrester mansion quickly spirals into a life-or-death crisis. And when Bill Spencer is the one shouting, "Call 911, you know the situation is dire. Let's break down the explosive drama ahead. Will refuses to back down. The weekly promo opens with lingering tension between Will Spencer and Elektra Forrester. Still reeling from their breakup, Will corners Elektra in the Forrester showroom, desperate to clear his name. He insists Ivy Forrester twisted innocent moments with Melissa Dillon into something scandalous. And then Ivy comes along and is just ruining things. Will argues passionately, unaware that Ivy is eavesdropping nearby. But Elektra isn't wavering. She walked away because Will refused to choose her over Dillon, and she continues to stand by that decision. To Elektra, the issue isn't just Ivy's accusations, it's boundaries. If the situation were reversed, she points out, Will wouldn't tolerate another man living under her roof. Will doesn't disagree. He just can't bring himself to throw Dillon out again, not when she was recently living in her car. Will sees compassion. Elektra sees betrayal. And as Will later accepts another emotional hug from Dillon, Elektra may dig her heels in even deeper. This love triangle is only getting messier. Eric's secret explodes at the mansion. Meanwhile, major tension erupts at the Forrester estate. Eric Forrester is secretly designing for Katie Logan's fashion house, and he's tired of feeling sidelined at Forrester Creations. When Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan Forrester confront him, emotions run high. Eric insists he can still create. He's not finished. He's not ready to be put out to pasture. Ridge fires back, frustrated and defensive. "Enough of this. I apologized," he snaps in the promo. But for Eric, it's not about apologies. It's about purpose. About identity. About proving he still has what it takes. The argument escalates, and then everything changes. Medical distress strikes. Mid-confrontation, Eric begins struggling to breathe. The shift is immediate and terrifying. The anger drains from the room. Concern replaces fury. Donna Logan Forrester stands by Eric's side as panic sets in. Brooke and Ridge quickly realize this isn't just stress, it's a serious medical emergency. Soon, Bill Spencer and Katie Logan Spencer are drawn into the chaos. Bill can be heard urgently calling Eric's name, and then comes the chilling command. "Call 911. The Forrester mansion turns into a scene of confusion and fear as everyone scrambles to respond. Is this stress-induced? Has Eric been pushing himself too hard? And most importantly, how serious is it? Bill's deadline adds pressure. Earlier in the week, tensions were already brewing behind the scenes. Eric is working tirelessly on Katie's debut Logan collection, designs meant to establish her fashion house as a legitimate force in the industry. Eric knows what's at stake. If the launch doesn't impress, Logan could fail before it even gets off the ground. Katie needs a splash. A statement. A moment. But Bill is growing impatient. He wants the collection ready, fast. Bill's concern isn't just about competition. It's about control of the narrative. He wants to use Ion Fashion to break the story themselves before Eric's involvement leaks. The longer they wait, the more dangerous the secret becomes. Bill may not give Eric a strict deadline, but he makes one thing clear: he wants results ASAP. Katie could find herself caught in the middle, torn between supporting Eric's artistic process and backing Bill's urgency. Unfortunately, pushing Eric may prove to be a costly mistake. The fallout, secrets revealed. Eric's medical setback is likely to blow the lid off everything. If Brooke and Ridge weren't fully aware of Eric's secret designer role at Logan before, they're about to be. Will they blame Bill, Katie, the stress, or themselves? Ridge already feels defensive about his father's place at Forrester Creations. If he discovers Eric has been secretly designing elsewhere because he felt pushed out, guilt could hit hard. Brooke, too, may struggle with the idea that Eric felt unappreciated. And Donna, fiercely protective of her husband, may have strong words for anyone she believes contributed to his collapse. What happens next? Several major questions hang in the air. How severe is Eric's condition? Will this force him to step back from designing, permanently? Could Ridge and Brooke finally understand how deeply Eric felt sidelined? Will Bill regret pushing Eric to speed up the collection? And will Logan's big fashion debut survive this crisis? Meanwhile, Will and Elektra's relationship remains fractured, with Dylan growing closer to Will at exactly the wrong time. Two storylines. Two escalating emotional storms. One very dramatic week ahead. A turning point for the Forresters. Eric's health crisis could be more than a scare, it could be a wake-up call. For Ridge. For Brooke. For Bill. For everyone who underestimated how much designing still means to Eric. When identity and legacy are challenged, especially for someone like Eric, the emotional weight is enormous. Now that weight may have become physical. And if Eric's health truly hangs in the balance, priorities at Forrester Creations could shift overnight. Because suddenly, the question won't be about fashion lines or company control. It will be about family. The week of February 16th to 20th promises heated arguments, romantic fractures, and a terrifying emergency that sends shockwaves through Los Angeles. Stay tuned, because when the Forresters face a crisis, nothing stays the same for long.